Welcome back. I just returned after a walk. Today I walked 40 minutes, exactly 40 minutes. I checked on the watch. First I thought of keeping an alarm, but I did not. I checked on the watch, and you won't believe it, usually before, when I used to go walking, I used to walk 1.5 hours. Yeah. Too much. And I never checked the exact timing. And today when I checked, I walked exactly 20 minutes to reach there, and to return another 20 minutes. So it's totally 40 minutes of walking. That's it. Exact 40 minutes. And that's enough. That's enough. If you walk on alternate days for 20 minutes, that's enough. In fact, my leg muscles are all aching today and yesterday also, because of making that rangoli which you do. So when you're making a rangoli, you have to get it in a circle, and to get it in a circle you have to bend and stretch and sit on your knee and all that, if you want to make a big circle. So when you do all that, those muscles which you don't move, usually they get used, and that gives you a sore muscles. It's called a sore, like how you have after a dance. When you dance, you have sore muscles, for 2 days. Third day it will be okay. So that's what I did. Now I went walking and I came back, and I was thinking, let me make the usual evening thoughts video, because I didn't make a morning thought video. So what are we going to talk about today? And maybe these days I'm going to take a break 1 or 2 days, because I have to write a story. If I do this, then I am not focusing on the story. So both of it together I can't do. Either I can do story or I can do this. So I'll be doing a story maybe today, tomorrow, or day after. So what is happening around the world? Today I read a lot. Like for 3 hours I read, and it was pretty interesting. When you read, what happens is that your brain gets to work. When your brain works, these days I've been trying new ways of activating my frontal lobe. In fact, I am not using my frontal lobe like I used to before. So when you don't use it, the thing is that new connections you don't make. When you're not challenged properly to the level you are capable of, you are not making new connections, neural connections. And if you don't make new neural connections, you don't grow at all. So you need to keep on challenging yourself. If you don't have situations that makes you think and do something, then you have to innovate and come up with some ideas where you get to use your brain. And I've been doing that these days, because I believe that I always believe that your brain is the most important part that God has given us. So the better you have, the better it is for the world. I always believe that. And there is some kind of connection between your heart and your brain. If you have a good brain, usually you also have a good heart. Yeah, but not the other way around. Like if you have a good heart, it's not necessary that you also have a good brain. It doesn't work out like that. But the other way around usually is like that. So you need to take care of your brain always. So you need to put yourself in challenging situations where you are challenged to do many things. And when we do that, we make new connections, and that makes us more that keeps us sharp. Let me not say more intelligent. Let me say it keeps you, like how your body is fit, your brain also stays fit and sharp. You're able to focus much, and you have clarity of thoughts and reasoning and all this. It's very important, because the world doesn't need more of stupid people. We have enough of stupid people around. So we need people who are sharp and who are able to think better and make better decisions and explain their part clearly, clarify things and clarify your thoughts. That is, voice your thoughts. All these are very So for that, you need to put yourself in situations where you have where you get to be challenged. That's very important, that you have challenging situations. So since I don't have much of it, what I do is I keep finding ways of keeping myself active, my brain, that is. So recently I've come up with a new way of doing that, which I won't be sharing. Yeah, so I was telling that recently I've come up with an idea of how to keep your brain active, how to keep my brain active, in the sense like keep yourself away from distractions and get yourself to focus on the thing that you're doing, whatever you like. Take for example, I keep asking for questions, in the sense I want questions to answer questions. Give me some really important question so that I can think and answer that. How I am going to answer that, handle that situation. The question means what? The question is actually nothing but a situation that you're facing, and how do you think you're going to deal with that situation. That's how it is. So I'm like, give me some questions so I can answer that. Why? Because I want to make new neural connections. I want to work my brain, and that is something that I really enjoy. Keep giving me things where I can use more of my brain. That's my thing. So when you don't find it, you have to make yourself. You have to create some situations where you get to use your brain, right? So that's what I do. So I want to know how to help me focus more on in answering those questions, because I've seen that when there is a lot of distractions, like when you're being in situations where you are drained, kind of, your reasoning skill is very poor, it's very average, though you may have good brain, but you're not able to use it properly because you have not been using it. The less you use your brain, the more stupid you become. No matter how intelligent you are, no matter how high is your IQ, if you don't put yourself in situations where you use your brain more and more put yourself in more and more activities where you get to use your brain, you become stupid as well. Because you don't use your brain and new connections are not formed. Okay, so I've got you outside because there was no power inside. I was telling you what are the ways that you get to use your brain, and what are the activities that you do to challenge yourself. And when you're working in some areas where you get a lot of you get to challenge yourself, then it is fine. But if you are in situations where you don't get enough to challenge yourself, then how do you manage it? What is that you do? I would like to know that. That's a question, okay? Because the less you use your brain, you lose it. It's like a muscle. They always say, and it's absolutely true. It is like a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. That's it. Now, I've been dealing with that about my muscles, some of my muscles, which I have not been using at all, and I guess I've been losing it. So these days, it seems that some of our muscles, when we don't use it, the muscles doesn't know that it has got some purpose in your body as well. If you don't use it, it just doesn't know. So the same way, your brain, if you're not using it in the proper way and often, the brain doesn't know that the brain has some purpose in your life. It doesn't, and the less you use it, the slower it becomes. So you need to put yourself in situations where you get to use your brain more often, more and more of your brain. It's very important. So recently I have come up with one new idea of how to activate my brain. Simple things. There are so many simple things which we tried in our school days, which we can try on us even at this age. Yeah, try that. It could be like answering quiz, or it could be like word games. It could be like anything which activates your brain. Do that, because when you do that, you tend to awaken your brain cells, and you are pretty much sharp in answering questions. You try that. When you feel you are drained So what I do is I'm like, give me a question, let me answer that, and then that question I usually try answering it, and I feel that it's not up to the mark, and then I'm like, I try these methods, like where I can activate my brain cells, and after that I answer those questions, and it is much better. So we need to use that. So how do you do that? How do you keep your brain active? That's the question. I went walking today, I told you that. And another method of keeping your brain active is to engage in some kind of activity. No matter how painful your body is, we have to be active in our life. When we are active, see, if you work out, if you go dancing, if you do dancing, if you go jogging, or you do any of these activities, what happens is that when we come back, we feel that we have so much of energy, especially brain energy. Yeah, it's everything is, you are sharp and clear about things. There is so much of positivity, and try answering questions now. You'll be able to answer the questions better. And your own life problems, we all have so many problems in our life. We find solutions when we are active. Yeah, so it has to be a part, no matter how much pain you have, no matter what kind of sickness you have, we have to just get over that after a period of time and keep ourselves active. So today I told you I walked only 40 minutes. Usually I was walking 1 hour, because I need to watch on the timing as well, how I'm going to improve, and keep things moderate, so that I'll be back on normal phase very soon. That's how it is. So, but I've seen that whenever I go walking and I come back, I'm pretty much better than how I was when I was sitting inside. Yeah. Does that happen with you? That's my question. I asked you so many questions today, so still the Rangoli is there. Do you want to see the Rangoli today as well? Because tomorrow I'm going to remove it. So let me show you quickly the Rangoli, okay? Can you see the Rangoli there in the background? It's there today. Tomorrow it won't be there. I'll have to remove it, because there's very little space for people to walk here because of the Rangoli. Okay, yesterday somebody had made a funny video on someone like me. I'm not saying it was made on me, but someone like me. And it was really funny. Whoever did that, I watched it on the reel and I realized they made it on me. Okay, I understand things. You don't have to explain it to me. That doesn't change who I am. I'm not going to change myself for you because you make fun of me. I'm not going to change myself. This is the way I am, and I like myself like this. No matter how many reels you make on me, that's not going to change me, because the thing is that I'm just being who I am. And if you don't like me this way, then I can't help it, because this is who I am. I cannot be somebody else who I am not. If I've been someone who I am not, then probably I will think of, oh, maybe I need to change because people have started making fun of me for some reason. But it's not the fact. I am who I am. So when you are who you are, no damn thing makes a difference. You're not going to change yourself, because this is who you are. So that's the funniest part of it. So have a look at the Rangoli for the last time, because it will not be there tomorrow. Alright? Take care. I'll be back tomorrow with something very interesting. Tomorrow is my rest day. I'm not going on a walk tomorrow. Ha 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 ha. I'll be back tomorrow. Okay? Take care.